So somebody sent me an article today, and the article specifically was highlighting about how Kendrick Lamar and Beyonce won and all of this other type of stuff at the Grammys, right? And I couldn't take my eyes off of something in particular because I'm like, man, this is throwing me off. This is throwing me off. So I'm gonna show some pictures from the literal article. Now I had to modify the pictures slightly because we got to make it YouTube friendly. We want to make sure that the platform is still on the up and up and that is rated safe for children. Right? We're not cussing. We're not doing any of that. But I'm gonna show some pictures for you guys, and then you guys try to tell me what you see as a theme as we continue to go on. Right? Now, this lady right here, her name is Sienna Leone. Nice outfit. Got a black and sheer theme. They went with a black and white type of theme. It seemed like all of the designers are going a specific type of way. But if you look closely in her outfit, which we're not, but if you look closely within her outfit, it's kind of like a sheer thing, right? Now, I'm not really the fashion guy when it comes to the Grammys. I don't care. But it's something that I noticed in these photos. Let's continue. This young lady, her name is Barrett Gilma. Now we get a little bit more spicy again. The whole theme is skin out. Skin out, they just gonna show you everything, right? And so she got the underboob showing and all of this other type of stuff. I said, okay. It's getting a little wild, okay. And then we had Gail. Now, Gail is not even built to even have on this type of outfit, but Gail certainly had her tatas out and her butt out. And so I'm like, okay, so society is just really, really that messed up. And then they showed this girl. Now, I don't really know who this girl is, but her name is Lil Cece. Now, Lil Cece, her nipples were literally showing, which is one of the reasons I had to have my people blur it out when I'm showing it to you guys. Her nipples were showing through the gown. I said, all right, Anton, you might have just aged out. Charlotte jumped up there. Charlotte Lawrence, her nipples, her little pink nipples was showing. And this was just showing on the regular pictures and the photos. And they was just having a conversation like it wasn't nothing. Your kids can see it. Her kids can see it, the whole 9 yards, right? And then we had Ingrid Andress showing up. Her little flat back was out, right? You see the theme that we going there with? We had SZA. SZA had her titties out, right? We got our black women representing, doing the exact same thing as the European women. Okay. Shout out to Umar Johnson. And then this was the one that took the cake, y'all. This is the one that really, really took the cake. All right. Harry Styles, which is also a reflection of what a lot of the other men was doing at the Grammys, right? So Harry Styles had his colorful rainbow dress on, right? Covered up his little nips. And they tried to mix it in with a little bit of masculinity because you know that he got the tattoos and all this other type of stuff. But this is the thing that really, really, really took the cake for me. And I'm going to tell you why. There is an assault on what you think is normal, and they're reconditioning your mind and convincing you subconsciously that this is okay. Every single thing that you see happening in social media, online today, at the Grammys and all of these subtle messaging is that this is okay. And if you say anything about it, you are some form of a phobe, female phobe, homophobe, germaphobe, some kind of phobe, or something is wrong with you. If I decide that it doesn't make sense for a man to wear a dress, now remember, we've already been conditioned to the point to where this is our norm. This is nothing. This is just stylish. This is cool. No slacks, no jeans, no tie, no shirt. Take off your shirt, put on you a little dress. All of the ladies, make sure y'all got y'all nipples out. And think about what's happening here, right? Because as you start to mind through this and you have these conversations, then you have to start evaluating some things. You live in an environment where it's wrong to slut shame, it's wrong to fat shame, it's wrong to hold people accountable. Everybody should be able to do what they want to do when they want to do it. You can wear what you want to wear. If women want to have their nipples out, cool. Just make sure that you don't yell any obscene gestures in their mind or say, yo, I want to bust that down to her. Because even though she's revealing everything to you and there's nothing left to the imagination except for you to actually put it in, the other side of it is just that don't say anything to her because this is the norm. This is the norm. This is what we exist in. We exist in a space where it's more normal for men to wear dresses and for women to be naked than to put clothes on and actually exist in an environment that is conducive for our children. Nobody cares about the children anymore. Nobody cares about your kids. Nobody cares about your preferences. Nobody cares about your religion. They don't care about where you come from. They don't care about your grandma watching. This type of stuff is literally on TV, and there is no censorship anymore. You can say what you want to say. You can wear what you want to wear. You can do what you want to do. Just don't do it the right way or you're going to wind up getting canceled. They're not trying to cancel. Listen, I seen an article today where the guy said, we are so focused on getting rid of Andrew Tate because he is the most toxic person on the internet, and that he's teaching your kids and your sons need to be worried, and you need to protect your sons against the masculinity that comes against Andrew Tate. And we need to embrace people like Harry Styles. We live in an environment where there's an assault on masculinity and there's a embracing on male femininity. Think about this for a minute. It is normal for a man to be a woman and for a woman to be for the streets. And it is not celebrated when men are conditioned to be men. You can do anything you want. Somebody sent me an article today where a man is literally fighting for the life of his son. How is he fighting for the life of his son? Because the mother is making a decision in order for him to be able to have gender reassignment surgery as a child. And the father is literally fighting on his behalf to try to save him from himself because a kid know not what he do. Yet the mother is determining the fate of the child. I didn't even want to show the article at all because it was just so egregious and it was so bad. The father is fighting, and then you will sit there and say, man, this male against female conversation is nonsense. We need to just cut it out. Man, this black man against black woman conversation, this black woman against black man conversation is nonsense. We just need to cut it out. No, it is more important for us to be able to have these conversations and literally come up with some form of action than ever before. Because you're not going to sit here and convince me that when a woman or when a situation can take place, such as a woman is enabling their child to be able to have gender reassignment surgery because they can get away with it in certain states, and a man is literally trying to fight to have a say-so on what happens to protect their child against it, you're not going to sit here and tell me that that's just cool and that just makes sense. No big deal. We shouldn't even worry about it. You're not going to sit here and tell me that that's cool. That's literally a life event. That is a life or death situation. That is not a situation where you can align with somebody on. That is a situation where you have to fight. That is a fight. And you now have politicians determining the fate of your children simply because they want to acquiesce over into their voter base. And you think that that's cool? You think that this is cool? See, it's all fine and dandy. It reminds me of the drug crisis, right? Nobody was tripping when crack cocaine was flooding into the hood. But when the opioid crisis started hitting certain neighborhoods, then we wanted to start having a conversation. Then all of a sudden it became, oh, wait a minute. This ain't right. Oh, no, it ain't been right for years, for decades. But now you want to start paying attention to it because it wasn't a thing until it hit your doorstep. It wasn't a thing until it hit your, it's not a thing until you in family court. It's not a thing until she take you for everything that you got. It's not a thing until you paying for the house that her and her new man is getting bust down in. It's never a thing. Shout out to Gary. Gary says, with the 20 ball says, good morning, Anton. Great show. You know we gonna cook. Sometimes we just have to have real conversations because I want to make sure that people really understand what it is that we dealing with, Gary. It's not a thing until it hits your doorstep. It ain't a thing until it's your kid. And see, we can't live in an environment where you can then separate your kid, because half of y'all, according to the statistics, 56% or more, can't even come up with $1,000 in an emergency. You gonna sit here and tell me that you can then move your kid out into a space that's conducive for them? You just trying to keep your head above water and survive. You can't even hardly provide for your kid, and yet you have to deal with this on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying, Gary? Thank you for the 20 ball. I appreciate you for supporting the platform. It's insane. It's insane what it is that people are dealing with on a daily basis.